Hello, and welcome to Every Child Matters, a podcast by Because One Matters. I'm your host for this episode, Andrea Barkley, founder and CEO of Because One Matters. We are a Georgia nonprofit that exists to both positively influence and directly impact the path of foster children and young adults from low-income communities. Our purpose is to show children and young adults that their circumstances don't define them. We want them to know that they matter, they are loved and valued, and that they can be anything they set their minds to. During this podcast, we will talk to individuals with experience in foster care, from previous foster children to foster parents to foster organizations and lawmakers or policymakers. We know that individuals who have directly or indirectly experienced foster care have a story to share, and it is our privilege to share with you. Today we are talking with Misty. Misty is the Executive Director of Adventure Bags. Please join us as Misty and I talk about Adventure Bags Why. Hi, Misty. Welcome to Every Child Matters podcast. It is so good to have you with us. Tell our listeners about Misty.
Hi, Andrea. Thank you so much for having me. It is a pleasure to be able to join you guys today. As you stated, I am the Executive Director of Adventure Bags. I became involved with the organization right after it began in 2011. It was through my husband and I's fostering journey that we actually stumbled upon this organization and met the founder and decided that we wanted to be a part of the work that they were doing. And so I began as the fundraising coordinator, and we volunteered over the next several years. And then in 2019, I was honored to be able to be chosen as the executive director of Adventure Bags.
That is awesome. So tell our audience, tell our audience about Adventure Bag. What does Adventure Bag do? And just a little bit about Adventure Bags.
So Adventure Bags is a nonprofit organization that provides backpacks filled with overnight essentials and comfort items for children who have been displaced or children who are in crisis situations. We partner with over 300 different agencies across the state of Georgia. We are statewide, such as your first responders, domestic violence shelters, homeless shelters, school systems, and the list goes on and on. So basically, if there's an agency that provides a direct service to children in crisis, we want to partner with them and provide our bags at no cost to those agencies that provide those services.
I love that. So give us an example of how you get a phone call from the police department and how you would address that.
Okay, so normally we supply the bags ahead of time for our agency, for our partnering agencies, and so they actually have these bags on hand when they receive calls of specific children or situations. But let's say our local law enforcement requests some adventure bags from us. We would simply prepare those bags, and we would deliver them to our law enforcement firefighters for them to have on hand.
That is so good because, yes, they could get, like you said, it could be a fire that happened and impacted that family. And so the firefighters would be the first there. So, if they had needed a bag, they could give the bag to those families. I love that. Why do Adventure Bags do what they do?
So back in 2011, my business partner had the task of traveling to California to obtain a sibling group of 3. Upon arriving at the LAX airport, she was greeted with the California DHS and these children and their belongings, but their belongings were in black trash bags. Now, Andrea, you and I both know that you can't board an airplane with a black trash bag. So as she and her coworkers scurried trying to figure out how to get these babies back to Georgia, along with their personal belongings, the middle child had a medical emergency, which now warranted what was supposed to be a red-eye flight there and back. It is now an overnight flight. an overnight stay. What was not in those black trash bags was something to care for these kids overnight. No toothbrush, no shampoo, no body wash. So she and her coworkers found themselves in the airport gift shop putting together overnight backpacks for these 3 children. And that's why Adventure Bags was originally founded. The next day, as they're packing up, getting ready to head back to Atlanta, she recalls the 3-year-old looking like she stood taller, like she was prouder. She was so excited about her new backpack. And so she came back to Georgia. She told her mom about her experience, and our founder, Miss Debbie Gorey, took the concept, took the idea, and she ran with it. And so Adventure Bags was born.
I love it. I love it because you're right. We have the same, we partner with Gwinnett County Department of Family and Children Services, and they do get kids into foster care, into care with trash bags, sometimes nothing. And so just having that bag that includes toiletries and a toy or a book or something, it can make a difference. It can, like you said, make them stand taller and just bring that smile to their faces. We partner with you guys, and we receive your bags, and we pass them out to the families too. And we love those bags because of the impact we know they're making. So we thank you for doing that. You said Adventure Bags been around since what year?
We were founded in 2011.
2011, yes. And how many bags have you distributed since, or average?
Since 2011, we've served over 47,000 children across the state of Georgia. And just last year alone, we served over 5,000 children.
Wow. That's a lot. That is a lot. And so are you guys only in Georgia, or are you servicing other states?
No, ma'am. We are solely, we only serve Georgia, agencies within Georgia.
Right. And so your bags they go to agencies, not individual families. So if an individual family needed a bag, they would have to go to one of your partner agencies, correct?
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we love what you do. We really do. And that's a lot of kids to serve. That is a lot of kids. And it just shows that it's needed. Your services are needed in Georgia. And do you guys have any plans of moving outside of Georgia?
At this moment, we do not. What we would really like to do before even having that discussion is expand our services statewide. And when I say that, right now our headquarters is based out of Barrow County, and so we serve everybody from the Barrow County location. But our long-term goal would be to have satellite offices across the state, maybe one on the East Coast, maybe one in the West, in the South, just to make logistics a little easier. Because that is one of our biggest challenges is logistics and trying to get our bags down to the South Georgia area. There are 7 counties in South Georgia that we actually have been unable to tap into because of the logistics. And so we are working diligently to try to make those connections and get those bags down there. But if we had a satellite office that was closer to that area, it would make things a lot easier.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so the partner agencies, do they come to you to pick up the bags, or do you deliver the bags to those partner agencies?
One of our requests, because we do provide our bags at no cost, part of the partnership is that the agencies come to us to pick up those bags if at all possible. That is with the exception of our first responders. We feel that it is our due diligence to, if at all possible, to deliver those bags to our first responders. And in that case, if the opportunity is where we could maybe deliver to first responders and to a child placing agency or a DFACS office in that same area, then we'll try to tag team that. But our first ask is that the agencies come to us. The second part of that partnership is if you as an agency receives donations such as toothbrush, toothpaste, things that we use in our bags, if you could pay those forward to us and let us turn them into full backpacks and then distribute them back into your community, that would be a tremendous help. It kind of helps the agencies clean out their closets and keep their clutter down, while it also provides supplies that we need to complete our adventure bags.
It's paying it forward, paying it forward. I love it. I love it. We are going to take a quick break. And when we come back with Misty, we're going to talk about the foster care system in general. Welcome back, Misty. So let's talk about foster care system in general. What are your thoughts on the foster care system as a whole?
Well, Andrea, it's funny that you asked that question because, as I mentioned earlier, I am a former foster parent, and I've actually adopted 3 from foster care. So I've got firsthand experience when it comes to the foster care system, and to me personally, it changed the lives of many children that came through my home, and it's also changed mine and my husband's lives as well. Are there some areas that could be improved? Absolutely, just like with any other agency or organization.
Yeah. So what would you say some of those areas are?
I think one of the biggest things now, it's been several years since I fostered, so you can't take, you got to take what I say with a grain of salt because some things have changed. But our biggest challenge was communication. But again, I was a hands-on foster parent, so I didn't wait around for the case managers to contact me to make appointments. The children that come through my home were my children. They were my responsibility, and so I made sure that I made the appointments. I took the kids to the appointments, and so, but I can tell you that through other foster parents, that's been one of the main concerns is communication.
And it is. It still continues to be. And to be fair to the workers, they've got a really heavy caseload, and so it's so difficult for them to manage their caseload and make sure that they're communicating with all the foster parents on their load. And so, it is still a struggle, and hopefully, as we move forward, that can be addressed by, I don't know, hiring more case managers. The turnover in case managers is really high, so that's also a problem. So it's an issue, but I'm hopeful that it will eventually be resolved.
Absolutely.
So, what can organizations like Adventure Bags or Because One Matters do to help make a difference?
Well, again, going back to my experience, I was that foster parent that I took advantage of all the resources that I possibly could take. And so, the clothes closets and organizations such as Because One Matters or Adventure Bags, just making sure that you when a foster parent or a foster family reaches out to you, to do your due diligence and make sure that you get them the services that they need as quickly as possible.
Absolutely, because they are making a difference. I tell our foster parents all the time that they're doing the heavy lifting. We're just coming alongside them and kind of like pushing them, but they're doing the heavy lifting. So we definitely want to make sure that if we can't provide is the support that they need, that we could refer them to other agencies that could help them. So we try to make sure that we're trying to help them as much as we can.
Absolutely. And that's something that through Adventure Bags, I've, had the opportunity to connect with so many amazing organizations that provide different services, and some provide the same services. But, if I can't provide the service that they need, then I have someone that I can refer them to, and that they can serve them directly.
Yes, and that's the good thing about partnership. Partnership is so important because not one person, not one agency can make a big impact. I mean, they can make an impact, but together they can even make a bigger impact. So partnerships are so important, and it's so good that other agencies are willing to partner together to make a bigger impact in the community, because we're serving the same community, so why not partner together to make a bigger impact?
Absolutely.
What is the number one reason why you feel that people should get involved with foster care?
because these children need you. They not just the children, but the family. I'm a huge advocate for reunification and what we would call partnership parenting. So, a lot of times you as an individual can make a difference in that, not only in that child's life, but in that family and that parent's life.
Absolutely, absolutely. So before we take a break and play a fun game, tell our audience how they, about Adventure Bag, how they could support Adventure Bags, and how they could reach Adventure Bags to provide support.
So we are always in need of volunteers. We could not do what we do without our volunteers, and that's from those that want to come in and volunteer one time to those that we have in here 2-3 times a week. It is critical that we get volunteers to come in and help us. And what I love about our organization, Andrea, is that it was founded on 3 pillars. It was not only to serve the children in crisis, but to empower the caretakers. And then last but not least, create servants' hearts. So if you choose to come in and volunteer with our organization, you have the opportunity to leave your handprints on our ceiling tiles, signifying that you made a difference in a child's life. If you would like to learn more about our volunteer opportunities, you can reach out to us at 678-425-0316, or you can email our volunteer coordinator at volunteer@adventurebags.org.
Tell the audience again that phone number.
678-425-0316.
Awesome. I love that ceiling print. Oh my God, that sounds exciting. So they put their print there when they come to volunteer. Is that
they
what
do?
It is?
Yep. We take ceiling tiles down, and then we cover them with the handprints, and then we hang them back up in the ceiling.
I love that. Is that on your website?
It is. There's pictures on our website, and they'll be able. It started on our walls back in the she shed when we began, but then we quickly learned as we grew we could not continue to take walls with us because we landed in a building that has concrete walls, and so you know what, we're going to take ceiling tiles.
I love that concept. Misty, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for making an impact in the foster care community. It is because of individuals like you and organizations like you why children are surviving, why foster parents are thriving. So we do appreciate you. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to play a little game called Pick It or Kick It. Okay, so we're back and we're going to play a game. I said pick it or kick it. It's really pick one, kick one. I love this game. I play it with my granddaughter a lot. So I am going to tell you 2 things and you're going to pick one. So if you pick one, meaning that you will kick the other one. Are you ready?
I am.
Unlimited summer or unlimited junk food?
I pick unlimited summer.
Yes. A home gym or a home spa?
A home spa.
Well-paid work or own your own business?
Oh, that's a hard one, Andrea.
It is.
I'm going to say own your own business, because if you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
Absolutely. Own a sports team or own a private island?
A private island.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Beach or mountain?
Ooh. Beach.
It kind of goes with your summer theme. Summer you go to the beach. Night or morning?
I'm a morning person.
YouTuber or teacher?
Okay, what was the first option?
YouTuber, being a YouTube expert or whatever
that
is.
Yeah, the teacher.
An actor or singer?
I'm going to be singer.
Can you sing?
Not really, but I can hide behind the screen.
Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts?
Dunkin'.
McDonald's or Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
I am going to have to say Christmas because my husband's birthday is Christmas Day.
Oh, wow. So does he get 2 gifts or does he only get one?
No, he believe me, his entire life he has never done without.
Kroger or Publix?
Kruger.
Personal maid or personal chef?
Personal maid.
Oh, that was so easy. That was difficult for me.
No, I can
like,
cook. I hate cleaning.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, that one was tough for me. So this was fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Misty. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Every Child Matters. For more information on Because One Matters, please visit our website at becauseonematters.org. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast, leave us a rating, and follow us on social media at Because One Matters. I've been your host for this episode, Andrea Barkley, and it's been a pleasure to join you. Until next time, be a difference maker.